remember me, but you're going to help me help myself. And so he sent me a Zoom link, and I heard some information, and I was sold. So hopefully, if those of you who are new to this, I was like, hey, you might not remember me, but you're going to help me. It's weird to hear your own voice. So anyway, he shared this information with me, and I knew that this was a good fit for me. So hopefully when he talks to you and when you get this information, it's a good fit for you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my mentor, my friend, and the victim to my cyber stalking, Dr. Sean T. Hill.
Guys, how's everyone doing? Can you hear me?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, before I let my stalker get away with that, hey, Liza Dillard has not only pressured me into helping her get started. Now, she didn't do any of that. She took a look at this thing, and honestly, she's seen it so clearly that she is literally firing through the ranks. I think this might be her 19th or 20th day. I'm not sure. 20th day. And I'm going to tell you a lot about her business over the next few minutes because she's already accomplished some major things. But in that process, though, honestly, she just immediately established herself as a leader on the team. She decided that this is something that she's going to do until everyone she knows gets to the other side of money. So, guys, do me a favor and help me give a huge COVID clap to none other than Executive Director, Ms. Liza Dillard. This is the COVID clap, y'all. Don't put your hands together because you don't know where the other one's been. And so, guys, I'm not gonna keep you long. I literally got started with this particular movement after a 2-minute conversation. So I don't intend to keep you much longer than that. But what I'm gonna do over the next few minutes is a few things. First thing I want to do, share a little bit about myself, so you don't think I just go diving into things after 2-minute conversations. The second thing I'm gonna do is actually share with you guys the concept of income shifting, which is strategies to put more of your money back into your pocket. And then the third thing I'm gonna do is show you how a lot of my partners around the country in the midst of a pandemic are generating ridiculous income on a part-time basis. As a matter of fact, there are people that you will meet that earn full-time money on a part-time basis. And so with that being said, guys, again, I'm no different than most people. I grew up wanting to be wealthy. Anybody else grow up wanting to be wealthy? Anybody else have that auntie with the glass doorknob, and you would twist it and imagine you would twisting diamonds to get into the next room? And that was just me.
My grandmother had those.
I grew up in a very small town, Brooklyn, New York. Anybody heard of it?
Yep. A little bit.
A couple of buildings, right? You come out of my building, you go 1 mile to the left, you're in the city dumps where most of Brooklyn was bringing their waste. You go about 5 miles to the right, though, you're in some of the richest communities in all of New York. And so my question growing up was always the same: how do we get over there? Did anybody ever ask the right question, but you asked the wrong people?
Yes.
Everybody I was asking was right there with me, and they loved me, they cared about me, but I guess I was just too young to understand that if they knew how to get over there, where would they have been?
Over there.
They'd have been over there. But they gave me the best advice they had. They told me if I graduated high school, got myself a college degree, I'd be able to get a great job with some benefits and write my own ticket. Now, I mean, before we started this conversation, people were calling in from everywhere. How many of you guys heard that same information where you grew up?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, I pray it worked out a lot better for you than it did for me, but I wanted to get to the money as soon as I could, Bianca. So I graduated high school at 16. I got my college degree at 20 in electrical engineering, but then I found myself amongst that 80% of college grads. How many of you guys know some people all degreed up, nowhere to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was me. So I had an electrical engineering degree, but I was working as a bill collector. Now, I'm gonna tell you what was worse, Morgan. I was a broke bill collector. So all day long, I'm calling people and I'm reminding them to pay their bills. I get home at night, 5 messages on my answer machine with the exact same reminder. And it was always check to check. Then I got married, it was check behind check. Then we actually added children. And so it was so much month at the end of my money, it didn't even make sense to work. Anybody ever get to the 13th and wonder, Lord, how am I gonna make it to the 30th? Now don't raise your hand for that, but if you can relate, just raise your eyebrows a little bit. But now if it only happens once or twice, that's one thing. But when it's happening every 30 days, guys, I'm gonna tell you, it's like hell on earth. But they say you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, what?
Shame on me.
I went back to the same people. I said, well, that didn't work. What do I do now? They told me go back to school. How many of you guys know some people been in school so long we forgot what they were studying?
Yes.
I got one cousin, I'm like, just graduate once so we can get some balloons or something, right? But guys, it was the only strategy I had. And they said, this time, get a degree where you can get hired. So look at what happened, Pastor Lee. I went from wanting to be wealthy to getting all this education to just wanting to be hired. Y'all see how education works? Now, ironically, they said, by the way, all the world needs a teacher. So I got a master's in math education. I got my second check as a high school math teacher because I didn't believe the first check, John. I thought they made a mistake. They were going to put the rest of my money on the second check. The second check came looking just like the first check. I quickly understood I needed to do something different. And can we all agree if we pray long enough and hard enough for it, God will send it?
Yep.
Yes, he will.
He actually sent somebody I would listen to because a good friend of mine back then, he actually graduated and got a job in his field. He was one of my six-figure friends. So when he shared home business with me, I immediately got started because I figured if he's making more money than me, I mean, much more money than me, at that point, I was just too broke to be skeptical. And I was always taught if we're broke and we're skeptical, shouldn't I be skeptical about what made me broke?
Absolutely.
So I didn't have time to poke holes in what he was saying. I was too busy poking holes in education because they kept adding kids to my classroom, but they weren't adding money to my check.
Right.
And so I got started in home business. I had some success. Then I got some awesome mentors. I started having a lot more success. And before I knew it, I was making a lot of money. But can we agree that more money with no strategies is kind of like pouring gasoline on a matchstick? It just burns quicker.
Yep.
And so now I'm super frustrated, Deidre, because at the end of the year, I got a lot more money, but I don't know where it went. Right. So when that gentleman that you just saw walk away, Mr. Richard Harden, gave me a call on June the 8th, 2020, during the midst of a pandemic, he was truly Superman on that day. As a matter of fact, I got started 2 minutes later because he said he found a way that not only could we make some money together, but he also found a way that we could have our money stay with us long enough to make more money. And so I said, I'm in, what are we doing? So now you understand, I'm not as crazy. Now I'll probably disprove that over the next few minutes because I like to have fun. But is it okay if you have fun and make money from the comfort of your own home? Is that all right with everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you what's not been fun. Can we agree that social distancing has not been fun?
Yes.
It doesn't even make sense in the same sentence. How you social and distancing? But we are in the quarantine era, right? I mean, we can't travel like we used to. Unemployment's at an all-time high. And I don't know about you guys, but on Sunday, touch your neighbor, this right here, we need to stop doing that. That's not doing anything for me. That's a little bit different, right?
Yep.
Right.
But now, can we agree that inflation has always been with us?
Right.
Always.
It's just accelerated. But you know what's weird? They justify through COVID that they accelerate what we pay for things, but they also justify not giving us a raise to pay for things. And so that's created an amazing gap that people are making up for with credit cards. And so credit card balances are at an all-time high. We can't turn to big business because how many of you guys have seen those 401ks become 101ks?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 figures, we built it over years and they're hemorrhaging 5 figures like 4 or 5 times this past year. And then again, big business every 30 days trying to take money from us. How? Holidays. Let's celebrate while you give me your money. I mean, how we just have back to school sales and these kids learning from home? You better wear that t-shirt you just slept in.
Same shirt.
And then the biggest thief of them all is taxes. Would you guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about it. They tax us 1/3 of our income before they even know our situation. So from January to April, we're literally working to pay taxes. And then in April, if we fill out the right paperwork, they'll give us some of our money back. Now, Bianca, I stopped calling that thing a refund because I understand the definition of a refund. If I go into the gas station, anybody have to prepay before you actually pump? Well, if I go in a gas station and they say how much, and I say I'm gonna get 50 on 3, and then I go out to pump 3 and I pump 40, when I go back inside, how much should they give me?
$10.
$10.
All right, some of y'all
Right
was kind
now.
of slow on that. That's why I've been struggling all day with my students. Yikes. All right, so $10, right? Because I funded them 50. It was too much. So they refunded me 10 because that's my money. How many guys would agree that's not how the government works?
At all.
It is not.
The government works more like I get them 50, I go out to the pump, I pump 2, and then when I come back in, they tell me if you fill out the right paperwork, we'll give you 8.
Mm-hmm.
And they have us so conditioned to get excited about that people actually call it a refund, even though we get taxed on it. Y'all do know that stimulus check gonna get overly taxed, right?
Absolutely.
That money has to go back. And so, guys, we didn't bring you on here for gloom and doom. As a matter of fact, we're going to offer a lot of solutions over the next few minutes. But the reason why I bring all of these things up is, can we all agree that no matter what the economy says, somebody's always winning?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're supposed to be in the midst of a pandemic, but can we agree that Purell and Lysol are winning right now?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Did you guys ever think you would say, don't you blow your nose in that good toilet paper? Did anybody else freak out when the toilet paper was gone?
Right.
Me.
And buying alternatives.
Nah, but here's the funny part, Richard. Did anybody freak out with the toilet paper that was still there? Did anybody want to just leave that there?
Nobody
And they
wanted
should
that.
have.
Like, what's wrong
It
with
was
that?
that toilet paper and that Dasani water. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't know why the Dasani stayed in the store, but the Dasani stayed in the store. And so, guys, can we agree that the companies that bring us our food, even though we're at home with our food, can we agree that Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash, they're winning right now?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody get a smiley face box last week, or you getting one this week?
I plead the fifth.
Is Amazon winning right now?
Yes.
How about the people that make masks? How many of you guys would agree that was a really good pivot?
Oh, yeah.
They saw something. See, guys, here's the weirdest thing that goes on in this country. It's supposed to be a capitalist country, right?
Yep.
But so many people are not capitalists. All that simply means is you capitalize on what you see and you figure out how to get paid. And so, guys, the reason why we're so excited on a Monday night after having a great weekend and starting off our day somewhere a lot of us didn't want to be. I was actually at home doing things I didn't want to do. But here's the thing. We're excited because we were Make Wealth Real Financial. That's MWR for short. That's the one logo on here that everyone needs, but most people don't know. And here's the reason why. We provide solutions that everyone needs. First solution is home-based business. Guys, if you're taking notes, write this in your notes. Home-based business is not for poor people. As a matter of fact, poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. They missed this one too.
Mm-hmm.
The secret of the wealthy is home-based business. As a matter of fact, wealthy people add home-based business to their portfolio, even if they don't intend to work the business. Somebody asked me why.
Why?
Why?
Tax breaks. As a matter of fact, over 475 tax breaks as compared to 9 that we get if we don't have one. See, here's what you guys got to understand. Wealthy people don't care how much they make. They care how much they what? Keep. And so it doesn't make sense to make a whole lot of money if you're going to give it all away to the government. So here's what they figured out. It's just on a regular level, guys. Let's just keep this simple. If Sharon or John, I'm only going to pick one of them. Which one of y'all wanted to be, Sharon or John?
Sharon.
Okay, Sharon said John. So it's going to be John. If John and I, or me and John, I never knew how that went, math major, not English, right? But if we both make $50,000 a year and we both have $13,000 a year in bills, but John has a business and I do not, they're going to tax my whole $50,000, but they'll only tax $37,000 of John's income.
That's right.
Now, my sponsor, Richard Harden, is on the line. He's the most learned person I know when it comes to financial education. Richard, can you quickly tell everybody why John would only have $37,000 of his money taxed and I would have a full 50?
Well, it's all about the tax codes. Tax code is a secret to success and wealth in America. And because you are a business owner, you get taxed differently. See, nine deductions that go for you as an employee. As a business owner, you got 475 and you get taxed on what's left. So now you can go out, make money, use it, and get taxed on what's left. That's why you take 13,000 off the top. It's called adjusted, but now it's not as gross.
Right. So here's the thing, guys. You need a home-based business. Stop telling people you don't. It's not all good. The reason why your friends keep coming around and asking you to do home-based business is because you need the tax breaks. Just see it differently. Is this making sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. We also provide the opportunity to leverage those solutions that have leveraged us. Everybody already does what we do, guys. When you get off, whether you decide to partner with us or not, you already do what we do. It's just most people won't get a check for it. Now, Bianca don't look like she believes me at all. So somebody say, prove it.
Prove it.
Bianca, like, I've been believing you the whole time, dude. Just because I'm on mute. But here's the thing. How many of you guys ever told somebody about a sale, a deal, a movie, a restaurant, some music, a book? How many of you guys gonna make me keep going? Y'all not gonna raise your hand? Okay, how many of you guys told somebody about a barber, a hairdresser, a mechanic? Okay, now, how many of you guys told them about it because you were excited about it on social media? Anybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me show you guys how powerful social media is. I can see your post 3 years from now, get excited about it, go buy that thing you were talking about, a sale was made, you were the salesperson, but how much money did you make?
Absolutely nothing.
Zero.
And so when people tell me, you know what, I don't like sales, I say, do you not like sales or do you not like getting paid for it? Because we sell all the time. This is making sense.
Yep.
But here's what we do. We use those platforms to introduce everyone to a team of financial experts. This is how Richard got me started in 2 minutes. He told me I didn't have to be the expert. Everybody repeat after me. I am not the expert.
I am not the
not
expert.
the expert.
Let me tell y'all what y'all really excited about. Everybody repeat after me. Sean is not the expert.
Sean is not the expert.
You want your finances jacked up? Ask me a question. I will jack your finances up. But when they told me that all we needed to do was expose, and so you know what expose looks like, look at the person that invited you if it's not me. What are they doing right now? Nothing.
Chilling. I think they're not on
Laughing
screen.
at some corny jokes, answering some common sense questions, smiling, and building a business because they've done the hard part. The hardest part of this business, which was really easy, is asking people, have they ever heard of income shifting, and inviting them to take a look at it. So they've done their job. So we expose our mentors with the extra digit movement, which is the movement we're all a part of. We'll educate whoever you expose to point you to the experts. MWR are the experts that execute strategies. As a matter of fact, we have what's called the Financial Edge membership. Write this in your notes. The membership is only $79 a month. I like to put the cost out there because I found out, Richard, a lot of people like to put the cost before the worth. And so you know how we like to do, we get the elephant out the Zoom, right?
Right away.
And so right away, it's the membership is $79. Here's what you have in the membership: Money Max, tax reduction strategies; Credit Max, credit restoration strategies; Equity Max, debt elimination strategies; Wealth Max, a wealth generation plan and strategies. What word did you hear me say over and over again?
Strategy.
How many of you guys want to be wealthy again? Write this in your notes if you want to be wealthy. Wealth without strategies is just a dream or a wish. There's no such thing as an accidental millionaire.
Right.
Even the people that lucked into the lottery had to play a ticket. Write this also in your notes. Wealth needs a team.
Yes.
Guys, we've been tricked into believing that we're supposed to handle our wealth ourselves, but we don't do that for any other aspect of our guys. Let's stop falling for the okie doke. I'm not going to go too hard into this, but just understand this. Once upon a time, Oprah was predicting the weather. Oprah Winfrey was. Then she got a team. Now she's old. She don't even got to use the rest of her name.
Right.
It's making sense.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, Tyler Perry was writing plays by himself. Then he got a team. Now he got a landing strip on his property.
Yes. True.
You need a team. It takes a team to grow your finances because it takes a team to take our finances. Is this making sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, guys, those of us that got started as business owners, we do $228 one time, and then we get a business center that's $40. When you combine that with the $79 membership, that's $119 a month. Everybody say $4 a day.
$4 a day.
So can we all agree up front that $228 is not an investment in a real business?
Right.
How many of you guys got $228 mistakes in your closet right now?
Several.
Sis, you ain't never gonna wear that again. Bruh, you should have never wore that in the first place. Button in style when you bought it, it ain't coming back. Now, here's the thing. How many of you guys have $4 habits that don't make you money and don't bring your money back to you?
Yep.
Does it rhyme with Arbucks?
Yep.
You guys ever see somebody make that long order to get that short cup of coffee and then pay $15 for it?
Right.
And then come back 20 minutes later jittery and do it again? So I'm just saying this up front because I do not take the time to have $228 conversations or $4 a day conversations. We'll show you how to knock both of those out before the end of this conversation. But here's what I do want you to do and understand up front. MWR is not on trial, guys. MoneyMax has actually shifted over $60 million a year back into our members' pockets from the government over the last 12 months. CreditMax actually helped up thousands of our members raise their credit scores 50 to 150 points or more, shifting millions of dollars in interest and insurance premium overpayments back to our members' pockets away from the banks and big business. EquityMax has actually eliminated over $500 million in interest, reducing our time in debt over 13,600 years. And not to mention, we've actually helped hundreds of thousands of dollars be saved on reduction on our members' existing bills in the last 30 days, 60 days of Bill Shredder. We're going to talk about all of this. We just want you to know what's been happening. And then WealthMax has actually created over $5 million in annual investment income. That's based on over $25 million saved and invested in land banking and private reserve accounts. And so, guys, the reason why I share all of this up front is lovingly, we were able to do all of this without you.
Not personal.
So the person that actually invited you onto this is not trying to get you into anything. We're just letting you in on some information we're already taking advantage of. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Now, when you get the Financial Edge membership, you get this portal. Guys, this portal was amazing. Here's what happens at this portal. You get all of those strategies, tax strategies, credit strategies, debt strategies, and wealth strategies. But the most important thing, the most important button on here is Ask the Experts. For $80, $79.97 a month, you can ask the experts every question you ever had. How many of you guys like that?
Love it.
Because how many of you guys are tired of asking Uncle Bubba for help with your finances and he never had money?
Right.
Everybody got an uncle that we call something that ain't their name. Just replace Bubba with your uncle. You know who he is. So now here's the thing, guys. With MoneyMax, this is all we do. We upload our last 2 pay stubs. We upload our last tax return, or you can do up to your last 3 tax returns if you really want them to be thorough. When you upload those things, enrolling agents that are trained by the IRS are going to send you an adjusted W-4 because most of us do it wrong. Matter of fact, the reason why 80+% of us are overtaxed is because we tell them to overtax us because we fill that out wrong. And then when things change in our lives, how many guys would admit we don't go back to change the W-4?
We don't.
Babies are born, they get grown and gone, we get married, we get divorced, all these different things happen. We never change the W-4. And so it's incorrect most of the time. When you get that adjusted W-4 and you turn it in, imagine being this person on the right whose federal income tax was $1,186.99. Now it's down to $325.69. How many of you guys wouldn't mind having an extra $861 in cash flow every month?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And guys, just be clear about this one thing. This is not tax evasion. This is tax efficiency. Because what that means is this person was giving the government an extra $861 every month that they weren't supposed to give. How many of you guys would probably bet with me that this person was not getting 12 times 861 back in a refund every year?
I can bet.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely sure they weren't. And so, guys, along with MoneyMax comes TaxBot. Here's what's exciting about TaxBot. TaxBot is an app that if you just went to the App Store and downloaded and used, it would be $99 a month by itself. But if you get it through our program with the Financial Edge membership, it's included in the $79. Now, here's who TaxBot really, really appeals to. People who get 1099s, business owners. Why? Because they know how to make the money, but can we all agree that accounting is not necessarily our strong suit?
True.
And so I don't know about you guys, but so many years I would start the year with that little book in the side of my door, acting like I was going to track my miles. And then by Martin Luther King's birthday, that was a wrap. I was not doing it no more. I was going to do it again next New Year's resolutions, right? And so here's what's exciting. This app, you download it on your phone. When you get in your car, it'll ask you, is this a business trip? Just reminding you that wherever you're going, even if it's to the store, while you're there, just ask somebody, have you ever heard of income shifting? And no matter what they say, you say, yes, it was a business trip.
Yes.
It also does automatic expense tracking. So next time you out flossing, when you go out to eat, take a picture of your food, take a picture of your tasty beverage, but also take a picture of your receipt, because what this does is it compiles this information. So not only does your tax go down, when you turn this into whoever's doing your taxes, your tax stays down. Is this making sense?
Love it.
Yes.
This is all
Love it.
included, guys. $79. $79. Credit Max. All you gotta do is upload your last 3 bureau reports. I uploaded mine at 2 a.m. By 3 that afternoon, it said completed, completed, completed. I didn't know what that meant, so I called Richard. Richard, what did you tell me that meant?
Man, I said that meant they going to bat on your behalf, getting the bad things removed and letting you focus on building.
That's it. Guys, I wasn't gonna write those letters anyway. You know how I know? Because I hadn't written them. I wasn't gonna make those calls anyway. You know how I know? Because I hadn't called anybody. If I hadn't done it in the last 30 years, and they told me that 30 years ago, do you think I was gonna do it in the next 30 years?
No.
So when they told me that the experts would do it for me, and guys, just being honest, in the midst of a pandemic, you need somebody else making these calls because they're using the pandemic to not answer your calls.
Right.
They're using the pandemic to not answer our letters. And so when these companies, when our partners call, they know they need to answer, they know they better listen. And so guys, imagine being this young lady on the left, 19 years old, somehow things have drug your credit down to 356. But because your granddad went through this program, took you through this program, 90 days later, you're at 763. And all you had to do was upload your bureau reports and let them do the work. How many of you guys like that?
I love it.
Love it.
She's holding those keys because she was the first grand that didn't have to call granddad to be a cosigner.
Mm.
Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
This young lady on the left, not only did she sign herself up, she signed her husband up because the membership covers you and a spouse. Is this making sense?
Mhm.
Yes.
And so they both went up over 130 points. How many of you guys would agree that's relationship goals?
Right.
Absolutely.
Because if my credit's going up, your credit need to go up too, boo. On the right-hand side, that's my sponsor's baby brother, Chuck. Now, these guys are something like Huxtable. So Chuck was somewhere in the high 7s anyway. They actually got him to 805, right? Now they got him at an 817. He just put his stuff in the flex. I think Richard was in the mid to low 7s because they like Huxtables. Richard's at an 810 right now because I don't see him. I'm going to just call. Every time I don't see him, I'm going to tell his business. He had an 810 right now, and they got a plan to get him to an 848 by the end of this month. I knew you were on the phone, bro. It's just fun to mess with you when you get on the phone. And so, but he already knows that's going to happen because Bert, he just said, what the heck? I might as well use it. Bert had an 834, but because it was included in the package and he liked everything else, he uploaded his stuff. They got Bert to an 845. Bert's creditors called Bert to offer him the lowest interest rates possible just so they can get him back as a customer. Because of that 845. And I can't even imagine what's happening for Melissa right now. I didn't even know 850 was a perfect. You know what? I didn't even know black people got 800s. Oh, John said Sharon got one. So we got to get Sharon to an 850 then, Sharon. Let's get it. Just so we can brag on you too. Here's the thing, guys. With Equity Max, I got really excited because somebody tricked me into believing that debt was going to be with me forever. Anybody else get tricked to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even when I started talking about doing good things with my money, they said you need to get some good debt. So I don't even know what that means. But imagine being Charlotte. You type, all you got to do is you literally type into the worksheet your debt. You type in the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. They're gonna give you the creditor's plan. How many of you guys would agree our creditor's plan is to be our creditors forever?
It
Right.
is.
And then they give you the Equity Max plan. And see, here's the thing. Imagine being Charlotte and they're telling you your creditor's plan is for your children's 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 children to pay your debt.
Mm.
That's why we call it the generational curse, right?
Right.
Yes.
That is a curse. Slave to the what? So here's the thing.
Lender.
Here's the thing. Equity Max's plan was 2 years, 6 months. Is that something that we have to sell, Charlotte? Or could we just share that?
Sure.
Share it.
Imagine being my brother Trevor. Trevor actually is out of debt this month. He's done. But
Wow.
then that's not enough. They're going to show Trevor how to use that same cash flow to get to his millionaire date. Now, y'all, we said we wanted to be wealthy. Don't we have to pass millionaire on the way?
We do.
And so here's the thing. Here's what you got to understand and we got to agree on. Our money can make us wealthy. The money we make right now can absolutely make us wealthy, no matter what it is you do. You know how we know? It's already making everybody else wealthy.
Mhm.
And so all we're showing people how to do is to get our own money back. People say, well, what's the product? The product is your own money back. We not selling. If I have to sell you on getting your own money back, can we agree you got greater issues that I need to deal with?
Far
Right.
greater.
Yeah.
If you don't want your own money back in the midst of a pandemic, you don't need a financial educator. You need Jesus.
You need
In
therapy.
any event, then when they introduced Bill
Amen.
Shredder, this is when I lost it. Because now I knew bills were gonna be with me forever. Y'all know if y'all pay y'all cable bill early, they'll send you 5 blank bills till they catch up, right?
Right.
Let you know this is gonna keep coming forever. And so
That's right.
here's the thing. Imagine being this guy on the left. I think I know him a little bit. And you find out that you're actually gonna save almost $800 on your internet bill for over the next 24 months. How many of you guys could use an extra $33 a month?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
See, again, I was going to be paying that anyway. They just got it back from me. And I didn't have to talk to anybody. All we had to do was upload our bills into the portal and they go and negotiate on our behalf. Do you like that?
Like that.
Yes.
Love it.
And so, guys, that's the first part of income shifting. It's getting your money into your pocket. But that can't be enough because, again, more money without strategies, gasoline, matchstick. How many of you guys know people that actually came into some settlement, hit the lottery or whatever it was, got out of debt, but then looked up about 6 months later, they were 3 times more in debt than they were before they cleared everything up. Anybody seen that before?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we have a fourth pillar, which is called Wealth Max. And guys, I have a couple of guys on the line that I see, and I hadn't seen one of my brothers in a minute. He gets real busy sometimes with all the other projects that he has. But he was my first friend that I actually introduced to the business that actually became his own bank. And he was able to do it through our Wealth Max pillar. He's done a lot of other things. I'm gonna tell some more of his business as this conversation goes along. But Mr. Dana Turnquist, can you do me a favor, man, and tell everybody, because you saw this clearly. He got started on my second or third day, because I still didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I was excited. And he saw this piece clearly because he's already been doing things in the financial world that most people, they think about, but they never get into. Hey, Dana, can you tell everybody what you saw when it came to the private reserve bank that made you so excited?
Absolutely. At first, I want to just thank you again for exposing me to this because, these last 3 months have been a crazy ride and just following your leadership and your pace, it's been all the success for me. So I appreciate you, brother, man.
Appreciate you too, bro.
The cool part was, and just as you said earlier, all the other maxes, all you do is upload. This one, you schedule a consultation. So I did that immediately, knowing that would take some time. And then while that was scheduled, I worked on the other maxes. And the cool part about the private reserve account is that you can become your own bank, like Sean said. Many of you have probably been doing the same thing I've been doing over the past, 2,000 years, which is direct depositing your money into banks, saving money in banks, putting money into different bank accounts and seeing very little return. And at the same time, recently, my daughter was about to go off to college. So we went back to that same bank and tried to figure out how we can get a student loan. So either we make too little or we make too much for certain loans. And, the regular banking is not what wealthy people do. This private reserve account is actually something I learned about in a book that Richard Harden talks about a lot, which is Money Master the Game. And this is a secret of the wealthy that's been around for a long time. It's an insurance product where you can put your money into it. It goes up with the stock market, but never goes down. You never have to qualify because it's your money. So anytime you want to borrow against your own money, you borrow it against yourself. You don't take the money out because that money is still earning interest. You're going to leave that original amount in it. So if you took your 401k, which right now mine is going this way, we transferred a big chunk of that out to create this, and this account's going this way. So this account's earning about 8%. My 401k at the time was earning about -6%. And if I ever try to borrow money or take money out of my 401k, I'd get penalized. With this account, I can borrow money against myself whenever I need to and have it still earn interest in the account. So right now I've become my own bank. So a year from now, when my daughter needs that money for next year, we can just borrow our own money with terms that we set up. We'll pay ourselves back and earn interest off the money that we're borrowing. That made, perfect sense to me. And I've been looking for something like this. And here's the other thing too, Sean. In order for me to normally qualify for accounts like this, I'd have to be making, easily north of 250,000 just to qualify for some other accounts like this. And we get this through this company ridiculously low. It's crazy.
Wow. Appreciate that, brother. And I'm so excited that that's working so well for you. I look forward to, joining all my six-figure friends in that PRA, realm soon. Speaking of which, my sponsor is one of my other six-figure friends, right? And he is actually taking advantage of the other major part that has to do with Wealth Max. And so, Richard, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
As a matter of fact, let's do this really quickly so you guys really understand what we're doing. If you have actually used Money Max and gotten an instant pay raise, raise your hand. All right, share your name and what your raise was.
Liza Dillard, 608.
$608 a month. Excellent.
Bernard Ponder, 324.
Per month. Thank you.
Richard Harden, 1272.
Damn.
Per month. Excellent.
Gwendolyn Dotson, I'm retired. I get $68, and my husband I put him in the business. He's getting $600 every week because he still works.
Every week?
Yes.
And I was over there and he didn't let me hold nothing. That is amazing. Give it up for these guys real quick. I just want you guys to see that we're already doing it. Anybody have a credit score go up at all? How many? Say your name and how many points?
Bernard Ponder, mine went up 58 points in the first 2 months of the business.
Excellent.
Richard
Gwendolyn
Harden, 93
Dotson.
points. Oh,
Go ahead, sir.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Thank you so much. Gwendolyn Dotson, I came in the first month, 50 points. Today, 110 points.
Wow. Amazing.
Retired.
I think she beat you, Rich. What you got?
93 points.
He was trying to go first because he knew yours was bigger. But guys,
Okay.
that's what's possible. Then with Equity Max, not only do we get a debt-free date, but we also get a millionaire date. Anybody know their millionaire date?
Gilletta Tyson, May of 2035.
Exciting, right?
Yes, it is.
In the
Morgan
Turnquest,
Cleveland,
January 2030.
January 2030. Morgan Cleveland, what'd you say?
May 2048.
Nice. Anybody else?
Richard
Liza
Harden,
Dillard, March
2034.
2038.
March 2038 for Liza. What'd you say, Richard?
June 2034.
Yep, mine is May 2033.
July 20th, 58.
Excellent. And so, guys, again, the thing that's most excited about this is we're doing it with our own money. The product is still our own money. And then when we get an opportunity to do land banking, Richard, in summary, can you tell everybody why you're excited about land banking?
Most exciting thing about land banking is to be able to invest in real estate in the path of growth with no toilets and no tenant, and to put yourself in a location where Warren Buffett, Kaiser Permanente, and Northrop Grumman are your neighbors, building new jobs in the area with the most important buzzword in all of California is energy efficiency. So, just take into consideration, you always buy location, location, location. But if you can multiply that factor with having timing on your side, that's where you win. And where you are, Green Energy Valley, is just east of LA. And LA is one of those areas that's been overcrowded for years. But imagine what happens to a city when the eyes of the world come on it, like the Olympics did for Atlanta. That's where I live. And in 1986, Atlanta didn't have a traffic problem. We had 2-lane highways. But by 1996, those 2 lanes went to 4 lanes in every direction, and places where people had land in the path, it got super developed. So the places that used to be, nobody's heard of that, are now the places where people live happily.
Right. So appreciate that, brother. Now, guys, that is income shifting. So if somebody promised you, you would know what income shifting was in less than 30 to 45 minutes. We have under promised, over delivered. But now I'm going to shift because we've actually used this conversation. And by the way, how many of you guys would agree based on this conversation, income shifting makes sense to you?
Yep.
Now, how many of you guys would also admit that even if we swore you to secrecy with a blood oath, you still gonna tell somebody about something we just talked about, aren't you?
Yes.
And so since we all admitted that we are blabbermouths, is it okay if MWR gives us a check for that?
Sure.
I mean, would you accept it? And so here's the fun part. They actually pay us 10 different ways for this conversation. And I'm gonna fly through them. I'm not even gonna go over all 10 different ways. I will show you one thing though, because I mean, y'all heard my brother talking about it, but I think more important than understanding that he talks about it is that he also bees about it. That is him holding his deed to his land in the path of growth. They're gonna have to buy this from him to build something because he's gonna be standing with a whole bunch of MWR people saying, what'd you say, Walmart? I don't think that's enough. Can you go up on that price a little bit? And so guys, we're about to enjoy some amazing things, but go ahead and screenshot this for yourself because we got customer bonuses, momentum bonuses, sponsor bonuses, all those bonuses. I'm gonna cover a few really fast and then we're done because honestly, the major part of this was getting your money back in your pocket and investing your money to make your money make money when you can no longer make money. Is this making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But here's what I know. I knew somebody else was gonna wanna shift their income. And so every time you get a customer, that's a $40 bonus. Hey, Richard, guess what? I got a customer today.
I know.
I tell y'all this, I'm getting on the road. This is my 4th customer now. That's my 2nd in the last couple of days. I'm about to catch somebody that's on the line. I'm gonna talk trash to her in a minute. But here's what's more exciting than the $40 that I earned today and that we earn every time we do this. The $10 a month every month. Guys, the $10 residual is huge on customers. Please believe it. Look around. Not too many people are getting that. And then I knew people would join so they can get that bonus. Every time we sponsor somebody, Richard, we earn a $50 bonus. Guess what, Rick? I sponsored somebody today too. You're gonna meet them later. Real cool. This is a great day. And so guys, people get started in our business every day. Why not through you? Somebody's gonna find out about this. They're gonna want to join. They're gonna need you as a sponsor. Now you sponsor 3 people. Here's what happens. You become an executive director. Here's what else happens. You do it within your first 30 days, you earn a $300 bonus. 50 times 3, and then they add a $150 momentum bonus. How many guys like that?
Love.
And so you invest $228, you already made $300 back. Liza loves it. She did it. Give it up for Liza real quick. She just did it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do this latest one. Somebody need to break her record though so we can stop talking about her. And then she became an executive director. Look at what happens. Now she doesn't earn $50 bonuses no more. She actually, what's that face? That's hilarious. Now she earns $60 bonuses. Every time somebody says, you know what, Liza, I want to do it too, and they go through her website, she earns a $60 bonus. How many guys like that?
Love.
Now, if you're a senior director like Bernard Ponder and like Patricia Smith, it gets a little, and like Joletta Tyson, it gets gooder. Because now every time somebody goes through their website, they don't make 50. They don't make 60. They make $70 every time that happens. How many guys gonna get excited about more money for the exact same work, which was nothing? She's still doing nothing. Pretty exciting, right? But then if you're an executive area director, like Dana Turquoise and Miss Deidre Sampson, here's what happens every time, and Mr. Richard Harden, every time these guys open their mouth, or even when they do not, and people partner with them, they make $95. How many guys, every time you opened your mouth or did not, and you just exposed, you made $95, how many of you guys would expose a lot of people?
Yes.
Guys, we invite everybody to see it and we let God sort them out. We do not do his work. We just share this information and we let them make the decisions that they were going to make before we even share the information. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so guys, more money for the same work you're doing is exciting. More money for the work that you're not doing is amazing.
Amazing.
Just imagine, as soon as these guys became executive directors with our company, the company immediately starts sending you anywhere from $10 to $75 per person that you did not sponsor. So just imagine you're, Deidre Sampson, and you're sitting on here with your business partners like she is, and your business partners have guests like they do, and then their guests get started, 10 of them. And even though you didn't say one word this whole time, you were just smiling and relaxing, you made $450 for this conversation that I'm almost sweating for. How many of you guys can get excited about that?
Love it.
Yes.
Love
I
it.
mean, Dana's on a whole other phone call making money right now. You gotta love that. Richard was on a whole other phone call making money. I can't wait till y'all do y'all presentation. I'm gonna be on a whole other phone call. Watch. And then 25% check matches are unreal. Guys, when you get the senior director like Bernard Ponder, when you get the senior director like Jaletta Tyson, when you get the senior director like Patricia Smith, here's what happens. They actually start looking at whoever you sponsor and what you help them earn, or sometimes what you don't. So imagine you guys help me get started. All of you guys are my sponsor. How many of you guys can tell I'm a little bit excited about what we're doing?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, now, every time I made $100, you made 25. How many of you guys get excited about that?
Absolutely.
I tell y'all what, Bianca was not even moved. She is in the same position. I think she was frozen. Every time I earned $1,000, you guys earned $250. How many of you guys would be like, go Sean, go?
Go, Sean.
Go.
Because guys, think about it. You earned that even though you did nothing, or you may have done something because you shared it with me. Guys, I thank Richard Harden every freaking day just for sharing it twice, because the first time I wasn't ready. And so here's the thing. Now you have a team growing of people that are earning these bonuses. And so what the company does is they say every time somebody gets a customer, that's 2 points. Every time somebody actually signs up or enrolls a qualified financial director, that's 3 points. And so when they do that, what they're doing is they're counting out points. When you get 3 business partners and 1 customer, you start earning $5 a day. Guys, when they told me that, I got so excited, you'd have thought I hit the lottery. Somebody asked me why.
Why?
Right.
You guys have a bill right now that $150 would knock out.
Yes.
Paid 2 yesterday.
See, here's the thing. Before financial independence and wealth comes financial relief.
Mhm.
It's kind of challenging becoming a multi-gajillionaire when people still calling about their stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when you can start literally knowing what bills are covered based on what you've been able to build part-time, it's amazing. And now here's what we've done too in the process. I told you I was gonna tell y'all Liza's business, right? Well, she already told you part of it. This is how we self-fund our business. Everybody say self-fund.
So fun.
So fun.
We have to teach people to stop saying, I gotta get my money back. It's a terrible strategy. You already got your money. If you want it back, just keep it. Don't even put it in anything. But when you're doing investing, you invest in things that will self-fund. Meaning, if I invest $228, I want $228 every month. If my overhead is $119, I want $119 every month. But really, I want to start there so I can build it to something so major. I'm never talking about $228 or $119. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And so Liza and a bunch of business partners you just heard allow Money Max to give them an instant pay raise, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So count Liza's money real quick, Rick. She getting an extra $608 a month from her job. Because when
Which
she
is-
come down to Atlanta, you know who's paying, right? Then Liza, she got 5 customers. So not only did she make $200 up front, she has a $50 monthly residual growing in the background.
Count it, Sean. Count it.
Then she got 3 business partners. So she not only made that $300 because she made 50, 50, 50, and then another 150 for the momentum bonus because she did it in her first 30 days.
Yep.
Because she already had a customer, she qualified for the $5 a month. I mean, $5 a day. So that's another $150 a month. Do you think she cares about the $119 a month?
Not in any
No.
way.
No.
So guys, we're going to teach you how to do that. Now, when she teaches and when you teach other people how to do that, now you get the $20 a day like these guys. Guys, we have so many people at $20 a day all around. But guys, there's people on this Zoom that you can see their faces. You're like, hey, that's Deidre. Yes. She's right there on the screen. Is this making sense to you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
And so anybody need to borrow something, Deidre getting about $600 a month. That's what I'm saying. I told y'all I would tell y'all business. Y'all keep getting on stuff. Now, but here's what's really crazy. go past Deidre, go straight to Dana. Dana getting $900 a month. And we already told you he his own bank, but he really taking this money and putting it in his bank. You showing off his $30 a day? Nice. $30 a day, guys. I mean, it's so cool. It's exciting. It's really exciting. Imagine being Richard, $1,500 a month, $50 a day. How many of you guys know people that work part-time jobs, full-time hours, and don't make $1,500 a month?
Yes.
Yes.
And Richard is sitting at his desk in the safety and comfort of his own home, along with a lot of these guys doing the same thing. Guys, these guys make $100 a day. She's retired military. He's an educator. Just turned 26, just got married last weekend, ladies. He's off the market. But here's what's really crazy. Imagine being an educator making an extra $3,000 a month. How many of you guys agree that's a significant difference?
It is.
Oh, yes.
I know for a fact that it is. As a matter of fact, ask me how I know.
You know, tell them how you know. How you know? How you know?
How you know, Mr. Sean?
Little birdie told me about every day around 5:03. It's amazing, guys, because what does it mean? It means we just helped a lot of people get what they want. Guys, that's a wealth principle. You help enough people get what they want, you always get what you want. And you deserve it. You got to just know that you deserve it. And we're learning from people like Quana and Chuck. Quana's painfully shy. Chuck is the opposite of painfully shy. As a matter of fact, probably one of the funniest people I've ever met. And here's what's exciting about this, guys. These guys are teaching us and training us how to do it. As a matter of fact, we're doing it at a faster pace because they're teaching us what not to do. Then, and everybody say in addition to.
In addition to.
We earn a luxury bonus. Now I'm gonna click through these slides really fast because at this point, if you don't understand how it's working, you're not going to. But because your team is growing, you're gonna earn an additional $500 to $3,000 a month. I used to call it the car bonus. They told me I didn't have to buy a car. But we have so many people that have done this that I'll be clicking these slides all night. That's Junior from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, making millions of people laugh every day, but he can't go to the comedy clubs at night. So he's making millions of people laugh on these Zooms, and he has shifted his income and now pivoted and making more income part-time. I don't know who this guy is, but I bet his sponsor is awesome. He taught me how to do it. And not only did he teach me how to do it, he taught me how to do it faster because he taught me what not to do. Is this making sense?
Yes.
His brother's teaching us how to get to this rank fast. And we have so many people doing these things. I mean, $3,000 a month on this bonus, that this bonus is inevitable. How many of you guys can use an extra $500 to $100,000 a month?
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Les Brown said most people are dead at the age of 21. We just haven't buried them yet. Because they take their goals and dreams, they put them on a shelf, they settle for everybody else's reality. And when they see things that they've never seen before, they've been tricked into saying, that's too good to be true. Well, if it's good and it's true, who taught you it's not for you?
That's right.
Who taught you that? Could it be the same people that want to take all our money?
Right.
Here's my reality. This young man makes $50,000 a month. He's teaching us how to do it. That's my reality. If we're just at 10% as good as he is, how many guys can use an extra $5,000 a month?
Yes.
Me too. And so keeping it that simple, guys, we put about $10,000 in a pool. You know, Deidre and Dana and Richard and a lot of our executives, we just decided we want to give back to the team. This is not an MWR thing. This is our Extra Digit Movement 10K giveaway. And so all you have to do is get started, sponsor somebody, put your name in the pool, and there will be a drawing. When they take your name out, you're going to get anywhere from $99. They've been giving out a whole lot of $119 scholarships lately, or $228. And so with that being said, we just want to let you guys know what we had for you, but all you need to do is make a decision. And here's the key to a decision, everybody. Failure to make a decision is a decision. See, not saying yes is saying no. Saying wait is still saying no. There are people that did not get started with us 90 days ago, and it makes me almost teary-eyed nervous to think of where I'd be right now with them trying to put teachers back in classrooms in the midst of a pandemic if I had said no to Richard 98 days ago.
Wow.
Meanwhile, we looked in our account the other day, and when I added up my 2 checks after they take out my benefits, I literally make $76 more at my job working all day than I make $4,000 a month in this business minimum.
Wow.
And I've only been here 98 days.
Mm.
Not saying this to impress you, just to impress upon you, it's time for options. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea what the next 90 days are looking like, but I'm gonna arrive at them in style, I promise. God lets me breathe. We literally have our hands on something huge, and the internet is hating on me. I see it. Y'all froze for a second. But here's the thing, guys. Let the person know whether or not you're a number 3. You know, number 3 say, I'm out. That's confusing to me, Bianca, because we ain't let nobody into nothing, so I don't know what they will be out of. I don't even know why those words are on the slide. But I guess it means they're not going to take advantage of what we're doing. Well, if that's you, let the person that invited you, know that you're going to shoot them some referrals. Because we always say we blessed to be a blessing. Now you got a miracle in your mouth that you can share with anybody. And the next best thing to becoming an income shifting multimillionaire with us is knowing that you referred someone who did, and now they owe you a favor.
Right.
Number 2, say, I don't want to make any extra money. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I don't need them 10 different ways to get paid and all them shenanigans. But I do want to increase my cash flow. I want my taxes lower. I want my credit score higher. I want my debt gone. I want my bills down. And I want to invest with the big boys like Dana and Richard. How do I do it? Well, you just need the Financial Edge membership. $79 a month, guys. Really simple. If you tell the person that invited you you're a number 2, they'll send you their website with /membership on the end. You click the green button, choose become a member, and you immediately get this application. When you fill out this application, make your payment, click sign up now, you are in the portal asking the experts and uploading documents with the rest of us. Congratulations, one of the best decisions I've made. But some of y'all already knew coming into this conversation, you're always number 1. And it's not gonna change now. Number 1, say I'm in, 10 toes down. I want all them income streams. I want all them maxes. I want them to pay me every day. You say we get paid every day? I like to be getting paid every day. Let's get me paid every day. All you need to do is let the person know you're number 1. Before you press 1, you're gonna have a website. We're so excited to help you start getting paid with us. But here's the thing, you click join now. You click here to continue your enrollment. You fill out that information you've always known. You actually name your site. I know you blessed and highly favored in the Lord, but nobody wants to type mwrfinancial.com / blessed and highly favored in the Lord. Make it short, please. Make it short. Matter of fact, first name, last name, first initial, last name, pretty short. Give it a password that you're going to remember when you go into your business center. Put your payment info in, and when you do that little squiggly thing in the gray box and click and agree in that little box above it, and then click join now, you will be in your business center. Your business center will look like this. This is how we operate business. As soon as you text somebody and say, I'm in, we're going to send you our welcome text. In that text is our 1-page business plan, because we keep this so simple, even I can do it. And so guys, keeping it that simple. Let the person know that invited you, whether or not you're a number 3, just shoot them a text. You ain't got to give them a long, soliloquy. Just say, you know what, I'll shoot you some referrals. Again. Are y'all back yet? Can y'all hear me?
We weren't frozen.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Or you
I
weren't
was
frozen.
frozen. Y'all were moving around, but on my end, you were.
You good, Sean?
A number 3, you're gonna get some referrals. A number 2, you actually gonna shift your income by using the membership. Or number 1, you want to shift income and increase your cash flow. But don't hesitate, procrastinate, develop stress, hypertension, a dilemma, have a heart attack, stroke, and die trying to figure out whether or not you want lower taxes, a higher credit score, your debt gone, or to invest. Not that deep. Really this simple. If it makes sense to you, you should do it. If you know you can do it, meaning you know you can upload documents and invite people to Zooms, you should do it. If you know we will keep it simple for you, meaning we while you invite people to Zooms and we will help you, you should do it. And if not this, then what? Like, what do you have your hands on that will help people get pay raises at their job and you don't work there? And if you had that stuff, why didn't you call us? If not now, then when? I mean, if we're not getting better in the midst of a pandemic, when are we gonna do that? And if not you, then who? Like, who's going to be that person, if it has not been done already, that's going to change the financial trajectory of your family? Give y'all guys a secret. If they haven't shown up now, they probably live in your mirror. And so on behalf of Liza Dillard, Duletta, because I gotta do them strong T's now, Tyson, and Deidre Sampson. My name is Sean T. Hill, blessed to be an executive director, executive district director with this company, MWR. More importantly, though, I'm Willie and Maddie Mayhill's bouncing baby boy. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I look forward to doing this business with you, shifting income with you, and most importantly, when everything opens up, walking the beaches of the world with you, laughing because we're our own bank. God bless you guys. Have an incredible evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much.
That was
Thank you, Mr.
awesome. Thank
Sean.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
You're
I'm
welcome.
already on the beach.
Thank you.
D. Rochelle, let's get this started.
Awesome, awesome.